Well, meantime, state lawmakers are facing their own budget concerns in Annapolis, along with several other hot-button issues as the session winds down.
Gary Collins with Spotlight on Maryland has been in Annapolis asking lawmakers if now is the right time financially for a reparations commission and if it's the right time to give violent offenders a second look.
Questions are circulating in Annapolis as to whether or not wins for the Legislative Black Caucus could pay huge dividends for the governor.
Thank you, Madam Speaker.
Two Legislative Black Caucus of Maryland priorities, including establishing a reparations commission and giving the flexibility to judges to release violent offenders early, clear both chambers.
And we just see that it's time for us to begin to have a conversation.
Delegate Kalen Young, a Black Caucus member, said he and his colleagues are celebrating session victories, including the Reparations Commission establishment that will explore the possibility of financial payments for racial injustices and slavery.
And this is not a conversation about paying people today, but it is a conversation about what are the appropriate remedies.
At the end of the day, the commission will likely make a financial recommendation. In California, it's upwards to $1.2 million per person. How does the state afford that?
Well, I think we first and foremost have to see what the commission comes out with.
Meanwhile, hours later in the Senate,
Maryland's Second Look Act.
All right, House Bill 853 is on third reading for final passage.
Senate Republicans proposed multiple amendments to the Second Look Act. The act could allow those serving life sentences for violent crimes, including murder, to be released early. Some argue the bill was counter to public safety.
Where people were harmed and hurt on purpose, we would actually increase penalties and make it tougher. And instead, over the last several years, this body and the General Assembly has watered down those protections. And this is another in a line of those.
Senate Democrats disagreed with House Minority Whip Justin Reedy.
And I hear a lot of talk about the worst of these and hideous crimes taking a second look. But we have to also understand that Maryland incarcerates the highest number of persons, and the only state closest to us that's close to that is Mississippi.
Excellence and an eye on equity are not competing thoughts. They're actually completely intertwined.
A message about criminal justice reform and equity initiatives that was echoed by Governor Moore during a trip on Wednesday to New York City to be a special guest speaker to an event held by Reverend Al Sharpton.
And so the reason that we have to protect our history, the reason that we have to protect our past, and the reason that we have to push back against everybody and anybody who wants to try to minimize it or degrade it or erase it is not just because we are honoring the ancestors, but it's because we believe in our future.
We asked Delegate Young how reparations and the Second Look Act could affect the governor. Would this be beneficial to the governor in the presidential campaign?
That's not for me to determine. And if the governor is able to help us achieve this, not only whether it's paid for it, whether it's monetary or something else, I think if we are able to find something that's appropriate and then we're able to execute on it in a way that has a positive impact on our state, that's certainly a platform that I think anybody can run on.
Our team was prepared to ask Governor Moore whether or not he intends to sign the Second Look Act or the reparations bill. Unfortunately, his team abruptly canceled his press availability this afternoon. I'm Gary Collins in the State House with Spotlight on Maryland.
I'm Kai Jackson. Thank you for watching. Here's another video to watch. Also, please take a moment to subscribe to our channel.